Hi guys, today the Argon 18 got back to me for race preparation, so I decided to uh, put it on video and maybe you can draw some useful hints from it. So the first thing I did was I cleaned the bike, obviously because it was a bit mucky. That's a good thing to start with when you're working on a bike. I also checked the BB which I've installed. It's a Kogel ceramic bottom bracket, really smooth. It's broken in now, so it spins very nice and easily. I also cleaned the whole pulley wheel system, but since this user is not very maintenance savvy, I decided to keep the grease in it even if it's a bit slower. So this way I'm sure that he won't ruin his bearings by not maintaining them and oiling them properly. I also decided to clean his complete drivetrain. He's going to use a molten speed wax and race powder chain in his event, but he uses squirt lube when training. And I've cleaned his cassette and chain ultrasonically, so you can see that they are pretty much both spotless now. I'm also going to need to change the batteries in his Garmin Vectors, because you definitely don't want to do a long solo event such as a triathlon or even a time trial without knowing your power numbers, so definitely keep an eye on that. This Argon 18 frame has two bottle mount positions. He had the bottle in the upper position, but I switched it to the bottom position because this should be better for aerodynamics. He already has this super sleek Elite bottle in there with a carbon cage. Well, I use plastic cages for these bottles. It's a complete waste of money to go for the carbon because it does nothing better. It's not stiffer, it's not lighter, etc. So, but anyway, it's blinks, so let's keep that to him. I also checked on the aero bar, checked the screws and everything to be tight. But the biggest difference I've done is with the wheels. Now I'm showing you these Zentis wheels before, and I have to be honest, I don't really like them. Mainly because of these super retro graphics. They look like they were made in PowerPoint by a 6-year-old, so definitely not what you want in 2017. And secondly, I'm not really convinced about the aero qualities of these wheels, because they have basically a V-shaped section in the rim area, which is, I think, much more important than the spoke area, because you're going to have turbulence if you use these wide spars or not. The other downside is if you hit a pothole in a standard wheel, then, well, basically you break some spokes, replace them, you chew the wheel, and you're good to go again. Whereas with these ones, well, if you break them, you got yourself a really expensive dinner table ornament. So yeah, I'm not really a fan. So even though the retro looks, I was quite surprised. They have a really generous internal width, so at least that's a good thing, and the braking is also fine. So the problem I see with these wheels is, for the money you can have Zip NSWs or Envys. So, and they are proven aero performers, market leaders, and they're lighter as well with standard spoke design. So yeah, I can't really see the point, but anyway. Yeah, and one other cool feature I found is that the tire is quite slack on the rim, so it goes on and off extremely easily. That's a good thing when you're doing a triathlon. If you want to repair your puncture in a hurry. And another quite surprising thing is that even though these wheels use a full carbon construction, there still is standard rim tape underneath. So I'm not really sure why, but there is one. I've replaced the tires for Vittoria Corsas, I'm not going for the speed version for reliability. You want to finish without a puncture. That's always going to be faster than going fast for a bit and then puncturing. The course speeds are super thin, so for long distances the regular courses will be better. Even more so if you consider that in a long race you can have rain, corners, descents, so the grip is going to help as well. And in there are some latex tubes. I've calculated the pressure loss, so now I have a pressure for the rider which he needs to put in before he puts his bike into the transition area, and he will set off with roughly the right type pressure to complete his race. The free hub body also needed a bit of attention. I had to re-grease that, and there goes the shiny clean cassette now, so everything should be fine. One other strange product that people here in the area seem to enjoy quite a bit are these Tifo tires. Now, I'm sure this looks like a tubular to most of us, and it pretty much is. The only difference is that it also has this kind of clincher bead on it, so what you're getting is the downside of the tubular with none of the benefits. So again, I can't really see the point. Many people think that these Tifo tires are superb. I have ridden them once and I think they're awful. They have a rubbery, thick casing, so they're not comfortable, they're not fast. Actually, when you've seen my videos, I talk a lot about power savings and saving a few watts here and there, but these are changes you can't actually feel. Well, these tires are so slow you can actually feel they're slow when you get on them, if you have ridden some Vittorias or some proper tires before. So Tifo clincher tubulars, I don't know, just don't bother, stick to regular tires. One upside is that they are super puncture proof, but from having a casing that's this thick, that's not really all that surprising. Yeah. Okay, so it's pretty much the rundown of the things I have checked. I've also found one of my latex tubes to be defective. Yeah, but it's still good for making balloon animals or something. Okay, I think we're pretty much done. Now it's just time to put the wheels back together, put the chain on, and then the bike is ready to go, ready to race. I hope my client gets a good result out of this, and I also hope that you got some good tips from here that you can use in your next event for the preparation. If you want to see more about technical products, cycling related stuff, high-end contemporary bicycles like these, my Trackman own and Speed concept, then don't forget to tune into my channel and subscribe. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.